I've been so addicted working on this, and then when I got to work, what if we could do this and this?
Yes, this is the workshop that happened yesterday. I might actually just let it run and then introduce what happened during the workshop, just so you guys can focus on the excellent work that's been done. And then I'll introduce the people who participated, and we'll be showing off what they made. So more demos, hopefully you like them. To give you a brief background on what the workshop was, we gathered a lot of Sanity users, already existing Sanity users, to bring real-world projects to a workshop where they could use things, the tools that you've seen today, so things like functions, AI actions, etc., on existing code bases. I was told a couple of times that it's not a hackathon, it's a workshop. Because at a hackathon, you kind of make something, you rush through it, and then maybe you don't use it ever again. And here we wanted to make sure that we were using these tools on stuff that you guys actually work on. So I would love if you maybe wanted to talk through what you focused on, what problem you were solving.
Do you want to start?
Yeah, sure. Well, first of all, we met yesterday.
Yeah.
So we didn't know each other before.
Sorry, I just introduced you. You're Alessandra.
Yes, Alessandra.
And you're Simon from Bagu.
Yeah.
And you're from Neuhaus.
Yes. Neuhaus. Yeah, so we met yesterday. We didn't know what we were going to do really with AI. We had ideas, several ideas. I think we brainstormed for about 30 minutes before we landed on OG images and how you usually generate those for content editors. Usually you always have a hero image, but no one has the time to like go in and design an OG image with the title and description on the image that's SEO friendly and all that's entailed. And yeah, so we kind of brainstormed, do we need actions? Do we need functions? Do we need AI agents to do this? So we found a nifty way to like do it. Let's use pretty much functions and AI agents at the same time. So.
Awesome.
Yeah, and use the new image generation, which would not have been possible without the help of multiple Sanity employees guiding us through undocumented features. So thank you to everyone out there.
I'll make sure to call the right people out. We're going to switch guests over, and then I want to make sure that they get their due for sure. Yeah, do you want to show off what you made?
Yeah, sure. Well, I haven't touched it since yesterday, so still working.
I'm exposing 5 people to the demo gods, which is fine.
So I have a few articles here. I basically cloned a studio that I already have, and I'm just gonna like create a new one because it happens on the functions triggers on. Correct me if I'm wrong. Both
create an update.
Creation and update.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're gonna just give you the title. We have dog daycare for this one.
And then in the background, we can't feed images into the image generation API yet. So the workaround was we are summarizing the image in our hero, which is temporarily saved but not stored over the title, which then we reuse to generate the new SEO OG image. So a 2-step process.
Yes. So I'm just gonna upload a hero image right now. I downloaded it before, so this will be fine. And so now the first function is gonna look at this image. It's gonna basically interpret it and write a prompt for the next function to then generate an OG image. And we probably can refine this by far to make a much better job at keeping the image the same. So you can play around with different models, I guess, and refine the prompt. But if I press on publish, it might take a little bit.
And we told the AI to improve the image to better click-through rate on SEO via an arbitrary standard that it can determine itself. So we always get a fun result.
Yeah, took a while to keep the same aspect ratio. For some reason, it didn't like that.
The aspect ratio is the hardest part.
We have it set up.
Yeah.
Great.
All right. There you go. Create an OG image with some text in it.
Thank you so much. And something that I wanted to ask people before I send them off the stage. where do you see this being most useful in like your day-to-day workflow? I know we have one pretty real-world example, but if there's anything else that sort of struck you as you were looking through our docs.
Yeah, sure. I mean, for my applications, I usually I struggle with enterprise, applications. Like to see that, I'm more interested in the what are the day-to-day like business decisions that we need to make, like this one that will make our lives easier. And so definitely OG images, metadata, any of this like time-consuming but very important content or data entry tasks that will hopefully get it out of our way. Yeah. So that's definitely the best application for me.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, don't do it right now. But if you send a bagu.com link to a friend, it doesn't look very good. So this was just me using 20 Sanity engineers to free labor. So yeah, better Bagu social sharing coming soon. Thanks to Sanity.
Amazing. Thank you so much, guys. Also a round of applause for them. So yes, in addition to the people that I've rounded up to get mic'd and come on stage, which will happen now, there will be a switchover, wanted to make sure that I thanked Evelina, Simeon, who you saw, Knut, Peter, Kevin Green, everyone who put together the workshop, because they really sort of seemed to want to make sure that these features were coming in contact with the Sanity engineers who made them, as Alessandro says. So there were also Sanity employees in the workshop helping with kind of working on these things. So Phil Nye, Sindra, lots of others. I know that the Norwegians have a term, none mentioned, none forgotten. I did that. I made the mistake. I'm sorry. But you all were wonderful, and there was a lot of really good conversations and sort of cross-cultivation here.
All right.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, hello. I am Matt Chamberlain from Braze on the web engineering team.
Hi, I'm Vilde from a cult agency in Norway.
Great. I'd love to walk through what y'all built yesterday. Lucia, I'll start with you.
Specifically, this was solving one of the issues that I currently have for one of my clients that asked me to build a portal for them to centralize all of their resources for their realtors. So we had a Supabase database that controls all their auth, all their data for that part, and then a Sanity for their main website. I just have an old school document action that publishes and synchronizes the document data to Sanity. So whenever they add a new user from Sanity, it will automatically add it to Supabase also. It's getting a little complicated to keep track of all that. So yesterday what I built is using the app SDK, I created this little dashboard which allows me to add the environment variables from Supabase, test my connection, make sure that everything is correct over there, and then have a little dashboard that tells me how many users I have in Sanity and if they're not synced to Supabase. Which in here we can see there's one user in Sanity and I don't have anything in Supabase. Went too far. So I can just add a new user. So I'm going to do...
And this is all your SDK app. This is like the modal that you built. I think you're using
and
Sanity
so
UI.
there's also, in here, there's a function that checks the schema in Sanity, and then it creates this form based on the fields that I need automatically. So in case I change that, then I can just recheck this and it will add another field if I miss or if I added something new.
Jeez.
So then, for example, I can just say it's going to be this, and I can just add the user. The user gets added. It says that it's synchronized already. It shows in Sanity automatically with all the data. And then I can, when I refresh here, it shows here. I also have a trigger that pushes that into a users table, and it copies all the data from Sanity. And so I can also just delete this user from Supabase. So if this were to happen, then now in my dashboard, it will tell me that they're not synchronized, and I can just come here and synchronize them again, and they will be synchronized and re-added to Supabase.
Amazing.
So, yeah.
So this is going in production immediately, right? Like,
What was that?
this is going to go into production like immediately, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it opens up a lot of other options for me because I've been doing like email marketing inside of Sanity with Resend and React email with in its own schema and with previews and stuff. But with this, I'm like, I can just create another app SDK that it will do that. So.
Yeah, and I think also having the users synced makes a lot of sense for just like accountability across different applications, et cetera. And so that's really, really cool. And we were really impressed.
So the problem that I was trying to solve is one you can probably relate to. We are expanding to new markets and we have a ton of content we need to localize. And that is hard and expensive. We've used integration between Sanity and another translation vendor that I will not name that has a wonderful, incredibly complicated product. My big problem right now is that we'll request that some Sanity content gets translated, and then it goes into this incredibly complicated black box for 6 weeks or more. And in that time, there's no single source of truth for the content. And this has created a lot of problems for us. And it's also really expensive. And so Sanity shipped their awesome agent actions, right? And so I tried to build a translation plugin that does that, right? So I have a little sandbox data set here. You're looking at kind of a learning example. So this document here, I can zoom in a little bit. It's a learning path, all right? And the learning path references a list of courses, and each of those courses references a list of lessons. So you can imagine there's like a whole document tree here, right? And we want to ship a whole learning path to a new locale, and so we want an efficient way to do that. So I just registered a new little translate document action here, and it's so zoomed in right now, but there are a few parts of this. So you can specify supported languages. You can see some translations of this are fresh, but some are not. You can also have some settings, right? So maybe we just want to translate this one document. Maybe we want it to go down and recursively traverse through those references to some level of depth. So I'll capture all the way down to the lessons with this. And then I could have it skip fresh translations, so don't waste the inference, right, on stuff that's already up to date. And I can just click translate. So I'll overwrite the fresh translations. And what it's going to do is kick off a whole bunch of jobs and go and create new documents or update existing documents as necessary. And this integrates seamlessly with the document internationalization plugin. So
I was going to ask, how are you calculating the freshness of translation? Is it based on date or?
In the wrong way. Right now, I'm just comparing revs. Okay. But I think you would want to do something more sophisticated than that to really do this in the end. Some changes matter, some don't. But anyways, TBD, right? And it's writing all of those. And the cool thing about this is how easy it was to make, because at the core of it is just this, right? It's just calling client.agent.action.translate and then assembling some kind of prompt. So I'll shut up because I'm taking a long time here, but it's easy to manage prompts and stuff like as documents. I think we've seen other examples of that, whether you're going to have your global prompt, locale-specific prompts, protected phrases, and we've even been kind of playing around with like a glossary to kind of show sort of multi-directional examples of how one word maps to another. Yeah.
Yeah, this is great. One thing that really appealed to me is that I feel like Sanity developers have built like a set of patterns, so something like a metadata document to track translations. And I feel like what makes me happy about our new tooling is that it seems to integrate quite well, that you can kind of just read data in the way a lot of things are just running grok queries. A lot of grok queries are still powering choosing what function you're running or choosing what data the action is getting. So it was really nice to see that kind of all seamlessly come together in people's tooling. Great, thank you so much, Matt.
Yeah, thank you.
So I'm originally a graphic designer, And it's just the most horrible thing in the world to give away something that you're really proud of, a really beautiful design prototype, and then the client ruins it with horrible images and not appropriate text and does not follow the tone of voice and caps lock everywhere. And yeah. So, so that is part of the reason why I ended up learning to code, to fix it myself. Also because annoying to give it to a developer who messes up the spacing, you know. So both of those reasons to like get in there and get more in control of the end result. But so like that's the story for most of our designers in our agency. We are designers who also know how to code, and even though you can spend so much time on descriptions and all kind of stuff to try to help our customers to input like the correct text, it's hard to control everything, of course. We can't solve all these issues, except maybe if we have or Clippy, who's
some kind of animated character that lives on your screen that everyone loves. Yeah, cool.
Maybe that can help. And I was not planning on making this at all. We had this fun idea in our agency for some time, but then yesterday with all these new Sanity AI functions, like you can actually, and with some help, I could actually get vibe the code or really hacky demo this. So. Okay, so what if we can say it like this, that you are getting like instant feedback from Clippy. So instead of it just being like you need to follow this, have this validation text, like it will actually give you instant responses, and like so we can kind of like training dogs, we can train our customers to perform better when it comes to following content guidelines and brand guidelines and stuff. And I've been making tools like this before, but now with AI I can just fill stuff out for them. I can just get the AI to fix it for them. So yeah, that's one thing, and another thing is like we are saying like you can't really publish without using alt text, but I feel like it's way more fun and motivating to fill in the alt text if you have Clippy yelling at me, and then of course Clippy can just now fill in the alt text for me, so it's no problem. But then it comes to like one of the worst problems, which is these horrible images that sneak in there, like this. Even though we gave you a brand guidelines and so many cool, great assets to solve this, so my big dream is to solve this problem, and maybe Clippy can help here as well. And Clippy gets really mad. He's, need to fix it immediately.
To give it some context too, this wasn't done yesterday. A lot of this I didn't see. So I've been so addicted working on this, and then when I got it working, what if we could do this and this? And the one thing I didn't get working was like to rate the images based on like how in line they are with the brand guidelines, for example. So we can like keep teaching them. That is not text, yeah. I don't know, but this is probably not working. We need to. I feel more relaxed now.
It's very intense, but it's funny. I was at this conference in Barcelona, and there was this talk about how, and there's been studies on how if you just have a human face or some to talk to, people will like communicate in a different way when talking to an AI. So I feel like it's funny how like if there's an avatar or like some instead of it just being like some text of validation appearing, like it has this whole other thing, emotional response, and is way more motivating. So, and I also want to test this out, like to actually maybe bring some more silliness into our workday. I think that's fun. But this is just like a very hacked together sort of thing that I could not stop working on because it was so much fun. But I'm really looking forward to like actually testing this out for real. And like I got some tips from the Sanity team that you can maybe automatically get like validation. When there's validation errors, you can automatically send them in, and then the Clippy can like respond with this, so you don't have to customize like for every field, you know.
Thank you so much. And I'm excited you found a surface that you're interested in. I'm so excited that you're going to try more things. All of these are available now. You can do this. You can make your own Clippy. You can sync your users. You can translate languages. It's all available for you to use. Thank you so much, everyone.